The 10-minute body scan. The intention of this practice is to bring a warm, friendly, curious attention to the different parts of the body in turn, noticing the sensations in each part of the body, and perhaps the temperature there too, or noticing a lack of sensation or if there is none. You can close your eyes if that's okay, or just have an unfixed gaze if you're keeping your eyes open. This practice is usually done lying down, but you can do it in a chair or another position if you have a disability or if you're in a lot of pain. If you're lying down and you have lower back issues, then bending up your knees with the soles of the feet flat on the floor or putting a cushion or bolster behind your knees can often help. If you think you might be pregnant, then not lying on your back, perhaps lying on your side with cushions for support or sitting in a chair. So taking some time now to settle. Just noticing your whole body and the contact with the floor. Just taking some purposefully deep breaths in and out, and noticing the movement of the breath in the body just for a few moments. And it's worth noting here that we're not trying to change anything or get rid of anything in this practice. We're just noticing what's present in the body as we move our attention to different parts, perhaps allowing things to be as they are just as much as you can, just for now. And gathering your attention now and taking it to the feet and toes. Just noticing any sensations present there, or a lack of sensation if there is none. Perhaps noticing the sensations of contact with the feet and the floor. Noticing any tingling or numbing in the soles of the feet. Perhaps noticing the temperature of the skin there. And now moving your attention to the ankles. Noticing any sensations on the surface of the skin or inside of the ankles. Or registering a numbness if there is no sensations there. Reminding ourselves that we're not trying to change anything or create any sensations. We're just noticing the sensations that are there if present. Moving your attention now up to the lower legs, the shins and the calves. Noticing any sensations here or lack of sensations. We're just noticing and allowing things to be as they are. And our mind may wander while doing this practice. That's okay, minds are designed to wander, it's just doing our job. It's impossible to stop our mind from wandering. When it does wander, just notice where it's gone, and then in a kind, friendly way, unhook from that thought and bring the mind back to the sensations you're noticing in the part of the body that we're focusing on. Moving your attention now up to the knees, the bones of the knees and the kneecaps, and inside the knees. Just noticing what's present there, if anything. Taking your attention now up into the thighs, the big muscles of the thighs, the fronts of the thighs and the backs of the thighs. What sensations are here? Perhaps you can notice the sensation of the cloth of your clothes resting against the skin on the thighs. And in your next breath, just imagining that you can breathe into the whole of both legs, filling them with air, feeling the breath go all the way down to fill the toes, then breathing out of the legs, emptying them of air and letting go of the legs. And now moving your attention to the hips and the pelvic area. Noticing any sensations here, any warmth or coolness that you notice. And moving our attention now to the buttocks area, noticing any sensations here, any contact with the buttocks and the chair or the bed or wherever you're resting. Or if there's a lack of sensation here, just noticing and allowing things to be as they are. And now moving your attention to the lower back. If you notice any tension here, you might like to breathe into this area and breathe out of it and soften it on the out breath. We're not trying to get rid or change any sensations, but just to open up to them, perhaps soften towards them, using the breath to explore the sensations. Moving your attention now to the middle of the back, perhaps noticing the changing pattern of sensations in the middle back as you breathe in and breathe out. Noticing your back against the floor or the bed or the chair, wherever you're positioned, and the gentle movements against this area as you breathe in and breathe out. And now moving our attention to the upper back, to the shoulder blades, and in between the shoulder blades, the vertebrae of the spine, the muscles around this area and the skin. What can we feel here? This is an area we often feel tension. If this is the case, just softening into these areas if at all possible. And now letting go of the back and moving your attention to the front of the body. The movement of the rise and fall of the chest with the breath. The sensations as the rib cage moves. And moving your attention down to your abdomen, perhaps noticing the belly rise and fall with the breath. Again, this is another area we can carry tension. Just noticing if that's the case. Or there may be no sensations here at all. It may just feel numb, and that's fine. And on the next breath in, imagining you can breathe into and fill the whole torso with air. And on the out breath, emptying the torso of air and letting go of the muscles, bones and ligaments. Now taking your attention to the hands, the palms of the hands and the backs of the hands and all the fingers and thumbs. Just noticing what's present here, if anything. And the wrists, just noticing any sensations inside the wrists. Moving up the arms now to the forearms. What sensations can be felt here? And now the elbows and the fleshy part of the insides of the elbows. noticing any sensations present here or lack of sensation if there are none. And now the upper arms. Perhaps noticing the clothes on your upper arms resting, the contact with the backs of the upper arms and the bed or the chair, wherever you're positioned. And moving on to the shoulders now. You may be holding tension in the shoulders. Just noticing this and allowing the tension to be there. Perhaps breathing into that tension. And on the in-breath, softening and opening to the tension on the out-breath. Moving your attention now to the face and the jaw. The skin on the face. The muscles beneath the skin. And perhaps the jaw if it's clenched. Just noticing these sensations. Perhaps your jaw's in a relaxed state. Noticing any sensations you feel around these areas of the face and the jaw. And coming now to the scalp and the ears, just noticing and allowing sensations to be here as they are. And now having a sense of the whole body, a broad expansive awareness of the entire body sitting or lying here. Perhaps noticing the gentle rise and fall of the body with the breath, the body swelling with the in-breath and falling away on the out-breath. And as we come to the end of this practice, just beginning to stretch, perhaps wriggling the fingers and the toes, just listening to the body and doing whatever it needs to stir, and gently opening your eyes when you feel comfortable to do so.